I love it. Now, let's talk about Jake Shields versus GSP. There's a lot of buzz building up on this fight now, and Jake Shields is undefeated in the last 15 fights. I just went to his training camp, talked to him, interviewed him, talked to his camp, saw a lot of people that they were bringing in there, and without revealing too much right now, he looked very impressive. And I think that Jake may have the key to solve the riddle here, because GSP, I don't think wants to take this guy to the ground. I expect GSP to try to do a Koscheck type fight, and I've always said that, where he's doing the jab and he's staying at range. But you know what? If they close the distance over 5 rounds, how do you see that fight? You're the expert.
I don't know. I think that, obviously if George has a smart game plan, which he probably will, he'll come in and keep the fight on the feet and just try to, stay away from getting any potential submissions. George better be training on his guillotine defense, and, and I think if Jake Shields can get the fight to the ground and get on top of George, I think George is in some big trouble.
Now let's talk about that. If you were coaching Jake Shields, or if you were to fight GSP again, I know it's slightly different questions there. Let me put it another way. What is the way to beat George St. Pierre? Because here's what I think, and you tell me if I'm completely crazy. I think George St. Pierre, physical specimen, trains very advanced, all that type of stuff. But I think that he, cuts some weight to get down in that weight class. And I question 2 things about GSP. Now, all respect, he is a champion, been so for a long time. I question what happens when someone can press him a full 5 rounds. Does he have the endurance to keep it there? And also, number 2, I see someone like you, what you went through, being damaged as you were and still going 5 rounds. Jake Shields and some other people, I see a mental toughness, a Randy Couture, mental toughness that's on a level above GSP. When GSP got stung by Matt Serra, I saw someone that if you kind of crack him and push him a little bit, he might break.
Yeah, there's always a good chance of that. Like I said, George is the best fighter in the weight class right now, and Jake Shields gets an opportunity to prove that he's, potentially the best fighter. So, with that being said, I definitely think that, who can come in with the best game plan, and if Jake can get the fight to the ground, I think Jake has a real strong chance of finishing the fight.
What's your prediction for that fight?
I just gave it.
Okay.
I think that if George stays on the feet, he could win the fight. If George, doesn't get, taken down, he's going to easily win the fight probably, but if Jake can get him to the mat, Jake's going to win. So it's just about matter who can put the game plan together. So with that being said, you guys can check me out on JoshKoscheck.com, or actually KossMMA.com, and Josh Koscheck Twitter.